You've tried everything, the diet changes, the supplements, the late night Google searches, trying to piece together why you still feel terrible. You've followed every health influencer, bought all the ebooks, downloaded the free checklist, and yet you're still exhausted, still inflamed, still wondering what you're missing. Maybe you're thinking, I can't afford to hire someone, I'll just keep figuring it out on my own. But what if I told you that trying to heal alone might actually be the most expensive choice that you can make? Hi, I'm Sarah, and I used to be exactly where you are right now. I actually spent over $40,000 trying to heal myself. I was drowning in information, but starving for results. I was spending money on supplements that didn't work, following protocols that made me worse, and wondering if I was just broken, until I realized something that changed everything. The save money mindset was actually costing me my energy, my time, my results, and my hope. And at the end of the day, it didn't save me money. Today, I'm going to show you the hidden costs of DIY healing that nobody talks about. Costs that go way beyond money and are probably affecting you right now. Because there's something specific about trying to heal alone that creates a cycle that most people never escape from. Let's get real about what DIY healing is actually costing you. How many bottles of supplements are sitting in your supplement drawer right now? Half used, unfinished, some maybe never even opened because you weren't sure if they were right for you. I know because I literally had a Rubbermaid tub full of half-used supplements. Thousands of dollars wasted. How many protocols have you started and stopped because you didn't know what to do when symptoms got worse instead of better? I've been there. I had so many supplements. I had a under-the-bed storage tote for all of them. I hit walls and didn't know what to do when my skin became angry and red, or when I felt worse and not better. So into the supplement graveyard it went, right? Did I need to push through, or was I doing more harm? I was totally lost. But here's what I didn't realize at the time. It wasn't just costing me money. It was costing me energy. The mental bandwidth of constantly researching, second-guessing, starting and stopping. It was costing me time, months, years, spinning my wheels, right? The average person I work with has already spent 2 to 3 years trying to figure out their health issues alone. That's 2 to 3 years of reduced quality of life, missed opportunities, and accumulated frustration. And here's the biggest cost of all: delay. Every month you spend trying is a month that you stay stuck. A month your body stays inflamed. A month that your symptoms potentially deepen. A month your family sees you struggling instead of thriving. This isn't about being dramatic, it's about being honest. DIY healing, it's expensive. Not because of what you spend, but because of what you can't get back. And there's a reason why even the smartest, most educated, most driven women get stuck in this cycle. You can't out-supplement confusion. You need strategy, a proven system, an understanding of how healing actually works. When to push, when to pause. When your body is telling you something, what does it mean? Think about it like this. Would you try to fix a broken tooth with a toolkit in a YouTube video? Probably not, because your time matters, your safety matters, and the cost of making a mistake is much too high, right? Your body deserves that level of respect. When you try to heal on your own, you're working with partial information. You don't know what's happening under the surface. You might start detoxing before your drainage pathways are open and then feel worse. You might think fatigue is hormones when it's actually parasites or mold toxicity. You might cut out foods when the real issue is that your mitochondria aren't producing energy efficiently. These are distinctions that can take months or even years to figure out through trial and error, if you ever do. I remember spending weeks researching why I was getting worse on a healing protocol, only to later learn that I was mobilizing toxins without proper drainage support. That mistake cost me months of feeling terrible and hundreds of dollars on the wrong supplements. The internet is full of information, but it's not personalized to your unique situation. What works for one person might be completely wrong for another, depending on things like genetics, toxic load, stress levels, dozens of other factors. But there's something even more critical that most people don't understand about healing. Healing isn't just about what you do, it's about when you do it. Order of operations matters more than most people realize. Drainage has to come before detox. Nervous system regulation has to come before parasite cleansing. And your mindset has to stay strong when you inevitably hit obstacles. So let me ask you, when you're healing alone, how do you know if your drainage pathways are actually open? Who tells you when to slow down or when it's safe to push forward? How do you identify which food or which habit is sabotaging your progress? And more importantly, who keeps you motivated and on track when you hit a plateau or when symptoms flare? These are the moments when most people give up. They hit a rough patch. They don't know if it's normal or if it's dangerous, and either push through when they should rest or they quit when they should persist. Without proper guidance, you could spend years spinning your wheels trying to figure this out through trial and error. The learning curve, it's steep. And the cost of mistakes is high, both financially and physically. And that's exactly what I discovered when I looked at the difference between people who heal successfully and those who stay stuck. The people who get results fastest aren't necessarily spending more money on their health. They're spending smarter. They stop wasting money on guesswork, on wrong supplements, maybe this will help approaches, tests that leave them more confused, protocols that make them feel worse. Instead, they invest in understanding what their body actually needs and following a proven system that addresses root causes in the right sequence. Think about any other area of your life where you've achieved success. Did you do it completely alone, or did you have mentors, teachers, or guides who helped you avoid common mistakes and accelerate your progress? Learning to heal your body is no different. It's a complex process that benefits enormously from experienced guidance. I've seen women spend $20,000 over several years on random supplements and practitioners who gave conflicting advice, ending up more confused and sicker than when they started. Compared that to following a comprehensive step-by-step system with proper guidance, the results just speak for themselves. But there's one more thing I need you to understand about this whole process. You're not weak for needing help. You're smart for recognizing that your time and energy are valuable. I've walked this path myself. I know the overwhelm, the frustration, and the constant wondering if you're missing something crucial. I know what it's like to feel like you're drowning in information, but starving for transformation. The question isn't whether you can afford to get help. The question is, can you afford not to? What's the cost of another 6 months of fatigue? Another year of wondering if healing is even possible for you? Another $1,000 spent on supplements that don't address your root causes and end up in a tub under the bed? What's the cost to your relationships when you don't have energy to be present? What's the cost to your career when brain fog affects your performance? What's the cost to your children when they see you struggling instead of thriving? These aren't just health issues, they're life issues. And life is happening right now while you're trying to figure it out. So if you've been telling yourself, I'll just figure this out myself, then I want to ask you a question. And I want you to ask yourself, at what cost? You don't have to do this alone anymore. You don't have to spend years guessing and hoping. You don't have to waste money on approaches that don't work. There are people who have walked this path before you, who understand the complexities of healing, and who can help you navigate the process more efficiently and more effectively. Your health is not the place to cut corners or try to save money in the short term. It's the foundation of everything else in your life. Consider this: the most expensive healing journey is the one that never ends. The smartest investment you can make in getting the right guidance from the start, you're worth more than endless trial and error. You deserve real answers, real strategy, and real results.